What is up, everybody? We're back here at King Film Sports for another week of NFL game picks and betting locks. This time, week number 6. And before we get into it, please be sure to like and subscribe as we are shooting for 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there, so remember, if you are not subscribed and you like the content, smash the like button and hit the subscribe button as well. And now let's get into the action. So last week, we had great game picks. We also had some great games in general. But getting into the betting locks, first, I don't even know what to say about this Packers-Bengals game. We had the Packers -3. They probably played the better game for most of the game. Then the Bengals got a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie it up at 22. Then we saw 5 straight missed field goals before Crosby hits the eventual game winner in overtime. So it could have been worse. The Packers could have sold and lost the game outright, and we would have missed the lock, but we definitely should have covered this one. Packers -3 is a push there. Then Panthers -3.5. I mean, this team just crumbled down the stretch. Sam Darnold probably didn't play well. They also didn't have McCaffrey, but they're up 5 points with 4 minutes left in the game, and then the Eagles block the punt and get a touchdown, and Eagles end up winning outright there, so not close for the Panthers. And then Titans -4 hits as the Jags are a tire fire. Titans hit for us again, so that puts us at -0.1 units because of the juice there. Yes, we factor in the juice every week. So we're now down to plus 9.9 units through 5 weeks of the NFL season. Still very good, in my opinion. And then the game picks, as I already mentioned, tied for our best week so far, 13-3, as we are 53-27 overall, which is very good. Now let's get into the Week 6 action, where we have special guest Paul on again to give his pick for the Buccaneers at the Eagles.
All right, boys, I'm back with my pick of the week, and this week Ryan's got me doing Thursday Night Football again. Last week I had the Rams by at least 7, and that hit. So this week I got the Bucs by at least 10. I don't see how the Eagles' defense could stop Tom Brady and the Bucs right now, but I will say this won't be as easy as it seems. Jalen Hurts has proved he is a playmaker, and he is very sneaky and can keep the Eagles in games by himself, it looks like. So if they attack the Bucs' hurt corners right now, it could be a close game, but you know what? I got to go with the Bucs. They look unstoppable. 5 touchdowns for Brady last week against the Dolphins. I don't see the defense of the Eagles stopping him anytime soon. I got the Bucs by at least 10.
And with that, we now move on to the Dolphins at the Jaguars. This another London game. And yes, for all those in the comments, last week, I do know that the Falcons and the Jets played the game in London and was not in Atlanta. But still, I got the prediction right. I had the Falcons winning. Now this one, another London game. Dolphins, I have them winning this one against the Jags. These are 2 pathetic teams, to put it simply at this point. It's going to be Brissett against Lawrence, but I cannot see this Jags team with all the Urban Meyer drama and just not being a good team, putting it together and getting their first win across the pond. I think the Dolphins with Jacoby Brissett will be able to put up a decent showing against a pathetic Jaguars D. And Miami defense is actually decent, although they did not play well at all against Tampa Bay. So I think they will show up and get a few interceptions against Trevor Lawrence and the Jags offense, and they will win narrowly there. Next, we get into the Chiefs at the Washington football team. 2 teams that I did not think would be 2-3 at this point in the NFL season. And in this one, I see Kansas City winning in a high-scoring battle. Neither of the defenses have played well at all this season. The Chiefs were always an average defense, but Washington was supposed to be a top 5 defense coming into this season, and they have been terrible. I expect this one to be a shootout, but give me the better quarterback to end up winning that one. Give me Mahomes and the Chiefs to bounce back. Next, we have the Rams at the Giants, and this one is very easy. Matthew Stafford and the Rams, although they're on the road, they have a few extra days of rest, and they're playing against the Giants, who I think will be starting Mike Glennon. They also will not have Saquon Barkley, and maybe will not have Kenny Golladay as well, so things are not boding well for this Giants offense. Already playing against a great Rams defense in this game, so give me the Rams to win that big there. I think Stafford has a great day. Next, we get into the Texans at the Colts. Both of these teams at 1-4, looking for a win. And I see the Colts winning this one big at home. Terrible showing in the fourth quarter and overtime on Monday night. I don't know how they're going to bounce back from that, but they have to. I mean, if they lose this one, the season is basically over. I think they do bounce back. I think Carson Wentz has a good game, and I think Indianapolis gets their second win. Next, Bengals at the Lions. We get into our first betting lock of the week. And in this one, give me the Lions +3 in the hook. I think this is great value for the Lions at home. Look, I know they're 0-5. I know they have not looked great at most points this season, but they have played close. That is the one thing. And the points matter a lot here. I would not recommend you take Lions money line, but getting 3.5 points against a Bengals team who I largely think is overrated. Yes, they do have a winning record, but those wins, close win against the Vikings by 3 points. They beat the Steelers, who are struggling as well, and then they barely beat the Jags by 3 points. So Lions here, they've played close, probably deserve at least one win at this point. I think at home they cover the spread and win the game too. Next, we have the Packers at the Bears, NFC North showdown. Both teams with winning records, but in this one, I think the matchup goes to the Green Bay Packers. They are just a much better team. They have a much better offense. Justin Fields has done a couple things the last 2 weeks. He's beaten the Lions and the Raiders, but the Packers defense is much better, and I don't think Chicago defense can do anything to stop Aaron Rodgers, so give me Green Bay big there on the road. Next, we have our second betting lock, Chargers at Ravens. Give me the Chargers +3 in the hook again. And I don't really know why the Chargers are getting this great of value. I mean, we've seen that they are just a quality team in this AFC. I think on a neutral site, they're probably the better team against the Ravens. I'll take them outright, but for the lock, I'll just take the points here, +3.5. I think this is going to be a very entertaining game. And we've seen the Ravens have not played one great football game throughout yet. I mean, you could classify the Denver Broncos game as that, maybe, but they didn't look all the way there on offense that game. Other than that, I mean, the Colts win, yeah, heroic by Lamar, but they did not look good for 3.5 quarters. And then you also factor in the Lions game. That was lucky. Chiefs game, they played well, but that was very lucky. So Chargers, I have them in this game, close game. I think Justin Herbert outplays Lamar Jackson, and I think the Chargers can cover the spread there. Next, we get into the Vikings at the Panthers, and in this one, both teams with their star running back out last week. I think both of them will play this week, but either way, give me the Panthers to win at home. They need this victory to bounce back. Sam Darnold has to play better than he did against the Eagles. Not like the Vikings defense has been that great so far this season. I think the Panthers defense just really clamps down on Kirk Cousins. These two teams are very similar, so give me the home team in the Carolina Panthers to win the game. Next, we get into a very intense afternoon game. Cardinals going to Cleveland, and this one, my third betting lock of the week. Give me Cleveland to bounce back -2.5 against the undefeated Cardinals. And I know everyone likes the undefeated Cardinals so far this season, but last week against the Niners, they just simply did not play well. It was just some key situational plays where they stood up Trey Lance and the 49ers offense, but really Kyler Murray did not have a good game. And the Niners defense has not been playing well so far this season. The Browns defense, they did not play well against the Chargers, but I think in this spot at home, they'll play a lot better. And they really shown that even with Baker's limitations, they can run up the score on anyone. I think they can run the ball in this Cardinals defense, and Baker will make the occasional good throw on play action. And so I think the Browns will win this one at home -2.5. Next, we have the Raiders at the Broncos, and the Raiders are in straight-up free fall after Gruden gets fired. Give me the Broncos here big. I don't think this game will be close. Raiders in big-time turmoil. Broncos not looking great either, starting out 3-0 and dropping their last two, but at home in this spot, I think you have to hammer Denver. Next, we have the Cowboys at the Patriots. And in this one, you have to take Dak Prescott and the high-flying Cowboys offense. I think there's no way that Mac Jones and the Patriots offense can hang with the Dallas offense. If anything, they're going to have to slow down Dak Prescott, which they did slow down Brady on Sunday Night Football in week 4. So I think it is possible, but I'm going to go with the red-hot offense and the red-hot team. The Cowboys will get the victory in Foxborough. Next game, we have Sunday Night Football, and a rare, pretty meh matchup for Sunday Night Football, especially with Russell Wilson being out for 2 months. So we're going to be seeing Geno Smith on primetime against a mediocre Steelers team, but I think the Steelers get the victory at home. I think their defense will play well. Geno Smith is no slouch. I think he will play well, but the Steelers did get their offense going last week against a pretty good Denver defense. Seahawks defense is nowhere near as good as the Denver defense, so I think the Steelers got something going. I think they'll put up 20-plus points, and I think Geno Smith will not be able to catch up, so give me the Steelers to win that there. Next and final game is the Bills at the Titans on Monday night. This one is going to be a great game, and the lock here is not going to be on the matchup. I think the Bills are going to win this game. I cannot pick against them, even though I love this Titans team. The Bills just have been playing too good of ball. I know they are going on the road in this one, but Josh Allen is looking like an MVP frontrunner, and no one can stop them. Definitely not this Tennessee defense, who have been hemorrhaging yards and points so far. So for that reason, give me the over 53 in this game, because I think the Titans offense will show up. I think they'll get the ground game going with Derrick Henry, and I think Ryan Tannehill will have a good game. So I think the Titans put up at least 24 points themselves, because I think this will be an entertaining game. But Josh Allen and the Bills, I mean, they've looked stellar so far this season. Against the football team, they put up 40+. Against the Texans, they put up 40. Against the Chiefs, they put up 38. So I definitely think they score at least 30 points and cash this over 53 on Monday night. So with that being said, let me know what you think of my picks, especially the betting locks. Some very close games that I'm betting on this week, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. I want to know. And with that, I will see you all in the next one.